Things are starting to ramp up for the Disney Cars diecast line. Today, of course, we'll be unboxing 2022 singles case G. Next week, we'll have case H. Gonna have a Mini Racers mega unboxing soon, hopefully another Giga Haul. Lots of stuff is going on, and of course, later on this year, we'll be getting the Cars on the Road Disney Plus series, so there's a lot to look forward to. I'm not gonna waste any time getting into this unboxing. It's actually great to be, physically unboxing a case, because some of the cases this year I've just reviewed, so I don't know, it makes this one a little bit more special. Of course, as per usual, I got this from my supplier GetMeCollectibles. I'll leave his link in the description below for his eBay store and his email if you want to buy a case off him. I swear, so many people ask me, how do you get these cars, man? And it's like, well, if you watch 51 seconds into the video, you'd know. It's pretty simple, actually. All right, let's get into it. Obviously, it says case G right there. Well, it just says G. That's the digit you're looking for. 24 cars in here, made in Thailand. Shocker. Got the trusty T here, the ripper open. Hope you guys are doing well today. This might be coming out on Father's Day. I'm not really sure when I want to upload this. Usually I try and get these out as soon as possible, but I already have a video planned for Saturday. And I already have it uploaded. I wasn't really expecting to get this so soon. Actually, I was just kind of being silly. I probably should have known, but I don't know. Oversight on my part, I suppose. All right, we're going to start on the top. I like to save the best for last. You guys know that. So first up, we have two Chick Hickses. So he made his debut in case E. He was not in case F. Now, obviously, they are using his Cars 3 artwork here, where you could see like his Chick Hicks logo there. Doesn't have any mention of Hostile Takeover Bank, and yet they released the Cars 1 version. So another oversight on Mattel's part there. Not a huge deal though, but it's kind of interesting because Chick Hicks is also being released in a 2-pack with his Pity Bruiser Bukowski later this year, and actually very, very soon. And they use the correct artwork on that pack. So it's kind of odd, the disconnect there, but I don't know, I guess it's what happens when you release characters as singles and in 2-packs, which used to be a big no-no. But yeah, happy to get a couple more of these. I only found like one in a store a while ago. I think there were 2 in case E. These are on pretty good cards, so happy about that. I don't think they can release, well, we'll get to the laws of Mattel's release network, but basically the Cars 3 Chick Hicks without the headset was released as a scavenger hunt with rubber tires. So I'm not really sure how they'll govern that. Like, do they allow themselves to release that again? Technically, it probably wouldn't be with rubber tires, so it would be different. It wouldn't have that piston cup accessory. And even if they did release it with rubber tires again, like who really cares, I guess, anymore? Because Mattel just re-released a Chase from 2014, and that was Lee Race. He'll be in case H, and we'll talk a lot more about him when we get there. Here we have another Ramone. Yay. This is the purple one, not the artist Ramone. Although it looks like we're getting both in this case, double duty. I love how they made the blister for this able to fit Ramone with a paint gun, so they probably anticipate releasing some sort of Ramone with a paint gun in the upcoming future. We've seen all these guys on the back of the packagings before. Here's a pretty good inclusion. Sally, the Porsche, Carrera. Don't really see too many of these hanging around on the pegs, so that's why I say it's a good inclusion. I think these fly off the shelves pretty quickly. The classic Radiator Springs Townies tend to, unless they're just pumped out like crazy. Like, I really don't even see too many Ramones and Sarges, even though they've been in like every case since case D. I've still seen quite a few, but you'd expect to see a lot more of them. I'm happy about that. Here's another good inclusion in my opinion, and that is Ralph Carlow, the Little Torquey Pistons Piston Cup Racer. This blister is so tight around him. I don't know why I noticed it more on this than some of the others, but it is one of the tightest blisters I've seen for this new style. But yeah, I did a review on this guy a while ago because he was in case A and he was a New Thailand variant, so definitely check that out. It's like a little blemish on mine. Like, look on the hood there. Or maybe it's just the blister, but I don't know, right there's something funky. Probably won't be opening it though. Definitely won't be opening it. Up top here we have Miles Axorod, so another one. They released a lot of this guy as well. Oh, this one's dusty. They released a lot of Miles Axlerod as a character in general because, of course, you have the microphone version and the regular version here going on concurrently, sometimes being in the same case, which is just kind of weird. Because I don't know, if I'm like a kid, I roll into the store, I got like 20 bucks to spend, I'm not getting both Miles Axlerods, okay? I'm not, right? I'm gonna get the one with the microphone if it's there because you get an extra accessory, right? And it looks happier than old grumpy Miles here. So yeah, I find it a little weird that they did that, but what do I know? I don't work for Mattel. I'm not a marketing guy. And on the back here, you can see some upcoming releases like Mater with Balloon and Otis. This actually does kind of look like a new card back, although I don't think it's a variant. I'll have to check with my other Miles Axorod. Interesting. Take a look at Ralph's card back real quick. Yeah, that's definitely the card back they used for him in case A. So I'll have to look. I don't know. I just don't recall Mater with Balloon being on Miles' card back when he was first released. Now here we have two of Lightning McQueen with racing wheels, aka World Grand Prix McQueen. Definitely not the best thing in the world to see twice in the same case, but it's kind of their thing with McQueens. They have to have quite a few of them in the cases. He is the main character after all. But yeah, they do tend to peg warm once you start releasing them so much. I remember I was so excited to get this back when Cars 2 came out. I thought it was the coolest release in the world. I really did, and it is a nice design. They, got the wing going in the back, all the flames. I really did like this design. I still do, but it's just like overproduced at this point. Unfortunately, it kind of desaturates it, oversaturates it rather. Here we have another one that I see a lot in the stores, and that is Kurt with bug teeth. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, is it Jay with VR headset? No. It's your other favorite trainee, Kurt, with bug teeth. So yeah, they've released this guy in a lot of cases so far. There you go, with some other Cars 3 releases on the back. Now, this guy's been out for a while now. Of course, he was in 2020 Singles Case C, I think, for the first time, and now we got him back. Up next is Andy Vaporlock. I'm happy to see this one. I don't really see too many, if any of these, honestly, hanging around on the pegs. He was very rare when he was released. Well, I should say he became very rare after his 2016 release. And so now they've released him in 3 cases. I think one of the cases there was 2 of him in it. So I think everyone who wants an Andy Vaporlock, for the most part, has been able to get one. He's not very expensive on eBay. But yeah, it's a good release to have for sure. Definitely one of the heavier singles you can get. Lots of metal. It's a big guy. And a unique background character. And there's your background, or your back of the card. Oh, I thought mine had like a little, I think mine has like a little crease in the blister there right by his eye. I paused there because I was like, oh, I feel something weird. And yeah, there's like a little crevice, a little crease there. Oh well. Ooh, Sarge took a beating here in the case. But yeah, another classic Radiator Springs townie. Him and Ramone by far are the ones that have peg warmed the most, just because, in recent cases they've been present and available. They have been ready to go. Sargento. But yeah, looks good. I'm not going to complain about it. Although it is kind of strange though. I think they are releasing Sarge and Sheriff in a 2-pack. Yeah, they are. Oh man, I don't know why Mattel does stuff like that. Like almost every, like I'd say like 75% of 2-packs, like one of the cars in it has been released as a single. Like here's another example, Lightning McQueen and Race Official Tom. Just one of him though, so that's not too bad. Now what is this down here? Look at the top of the 9 there. Looks like that decal is just utterly cracked. It's kind of unfortunate. Come on, quality control. You can't let that slip out. That one's pretty noticeable. Still haven't seen Tractor on a card back yet. Or on the card in general. Kind of odd because obviously McQueen was included very early on. So we've known that Tractor is coming for months now. And yet we haven't seen any glimpse of him in any way, shape, or form. So hopefully, he's not canceled. Hopefully Dana Crankoff is not canceled either. Thankfully, though, Jackson Storm was not canceled. And we have another one here. A little dusty Jackson. They really should just, rip the Band-Aid off and release the Piston Cup champion Jackson Storm and just kind of switch over to releasing him every single time instead of this one. Because, all of us collectors would likely buy it, or we would be basically forced to at some point because of how prevalent he would be, if they release the new version as much as they do this one. But yeah, I would definitely be down for a Piston Cup champion Jackson Storm, Change up his expression a little bit, maybe add the new decals and all that. It'd be pretty cool. For whatever reason, like, they haven't done it yet, and honestly, he is pretty coveted. I see a lot of people talking about, like, when are they going to release Piston Cup champion Jackson Storm? Alright, we have a Davey Apex here, but they now call him Dave Alternators. The revolting stock car from Cars 1. I do intend to review this guy very soon because he is a Thailand variant. And I know he wasn't new like this year. He came out as a Thailand variant a while ago, but there's just not much to review these days. And so I'm going to take advantage of, every chance I get. Plus, I have like 5 of them from the cases, so might as well open one of them up. I don't really see too many of these hanging on the pegs, so as with most Piston Cup racers, kind of like what I said with Ralph Carlow, it's a good inclusion. It's going to sell. These guys, though, I see a lot of Bugmouth McQueens as well, though. Too similar, I think, to regular McQueen. Here we go. This is pretty exciting. Oh, and they're both on pretty good card. That's nice. So this is probably my highlight for the case because it is a new Thailand variant. It's a pretty cool character, in my opinion, as well. And that is Jonathan Renchworths. He was first released as a Final Lap single in 2010 and then re-released in 2013 and 2016. So this is his 4th all-time release, but his first time being released from Thailand. And I love how his artwork looks on the Red Riders packaging. Looks really good. Really happy about this one. And honestly, yeah, very glad he didn't get canceled because he was supposed to be in Case E, and for whatever reason, they pushed him back. Hopefully the same applies to Dana Crankoff. She was just delayed and not canceled, but we won't know until the year is over. So you can see pretty much the same type of stuff on the card back there. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do a review of this guy from Thailand. He looks pretty similar to the Chinese version. Let's pull out that Chinese version. I have it right here. So he's a darker green. That's for sure. The rust looks a little bit more realistic. It looks a little bit more weathered. Probably just by virtue of being a darker color. Yeah, that bumper definitely looks way rustier than on the Chinese version. I've always wanted them to release a Jonathan Renchworth with the shiny bumper, because you guys know he was in that Rust-eze commercial, and then like the can of Medicaid bumper ointment goes over him, and he immediately shines up. So it would be cool to get like a shiny bumper version. I know somebody's done a custom before. But yeah, he's way darker. He's like an olive green now. Before he was kind of like a kiwi green. Yeah, he looks pretty good. He looks a little lower almost. I don't know. A very slim car, either way. Cool. Happy to see him. Grateful that Mattel got him out finally. Next up, here we have Millie, a very slim card. You can see the blister is hardly a couple inches off of the card. There's a little black squiggly floating around in there. But yeah, not much to say with Millie. She was released a couple times already before. This card's not good. She was new in the last case of 2021, so for those who missed it, which that was a pretty rare case. I only saw it at Meijer like one time. And yeah, I missed out on Racing Red McQueen, so it's good that she's getting released again, but maybe a little too much, perhaps. Here we have another new Thailand variant, and I'm very grateful this one's on a good card. Look at that, nice. Because it's been hit or miss so far, but it's Mater with Balloon. Mater con Globo. He was first and only released in 2016. So, I don't know. It's nice to have him back. It's definitely not the most lively variation of Mater they've done before. You know, when you stack him up against like Dracula Mater or Materhosen. But pretty cool. You could stick the Kerplush Mountain balloon on top of his hooking system right here. And yeah, makes for a pretty cool, I don't know, cool moment from the movie. Now, because of the way they place like the balloon here, they move the Mattel logo over to the left. Usually it's on the right there, so that's kind of interesting. Artwork looks good. They added the choking hazard, of course, because swallowing that balloon is definitely within the realm of possibility. Hopefully not for you, though. It's not good. It's not a tasty balloon. As seen in Cars 2, good job, Mattel. You showed some other characters here from Cars 2 as well, all of which have been released in cases prior. Chisaki and Lewis just being an F most recently. But yeah, this guy looks pretty similar to his regular version, so I definitely won't be reviewing him from Thailand. I don't think many people would be interested in seeing that anyways. Alright, next up we have another artist, Ramone, who they just call Ramone Green, because we're using Spanish grammatical structures for adjectives nowadays. I really don't know why they did Ramone Green. That's like terrible. That's a really, really bad mistake. Yeah, he looks pretty good. On the back there, same type of stuff. And he was first in case E. Same thing with Dash Boardman, first in case E, and now he is back. What makes this guy special is the new artwork that they're using for him. It's brand new because they just released Dash last year, and they were using his old 2010 artwork. So it's good to see this new artwork spruce it up a little bit. Not on a good card, but what are you going to do about it? Write a letter, Disney Docket. Write a letter. But yeah, he was first released from Thailand last year, so nothing to get too excited and up in arms about. And there you go. There's the card back. APB is back. Honestly, they have not put her in too many cases this year so far, so not a big deal putting her again. I think that's a decent inclusion. I think I only have ended up with one so far, and I had to get it off eBay because I wanted to review like cases A, B, and C, and I wasn't finding anything in the stores, so I just like ordered the ones that I hadn't found yet. And so yeah, I think I only have one of her. Granted, it's not her first time being released from Thailand, not her first rodeo, but in terms of 2022, she has not been included all that much. They really haven't done many of the Demolition Derby racers at all. Oh, I got lucky again with another good card back for this new Thailand variant. Well, I guess you could call it I don't think it is. Wait, I think McQueen with Sign was actually released in 2020 in the Blue Desert. I think you're right. I'm talking to myself now. Either way, the only thing that would be new is the sign, because obviously this is identical to your regular Lightning McQueen. Same expression and everything, but now he has the sign, which of course he's been released before with the sign, starting in back 2013, I think was the first time he was in a 2-pack with Fred, and then 2016 he was released as a single, and I think in 2020 he got released as a single again. Now this is actually an entirely different character. You guys might not know, but this is not Lightning McQueen, this is Lighting McQueen. You can see right there, it's Lighting McQueen. This is Lightning McQueen. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew. Different characters. Don't get them confused. Thank you. But yeah, the artwork looks good. Obviously, you have to slap the choking hazard up there. Now, what's interesting to me is that they did not move the metal logo over to the left side for this when the accessory is blocking it, but they did for Mater with balloons. So you can see that accessory would have blocked it. This accessory is blocking it, but they kept it back there. You can see the top of it sticking out. So that's kind of interesting to me that they didn't move it. Again, what do I know? And last but not least, we have 2 Paul Conrevs on good cards. Yay! To finish the case off. Not his first time being released from Thailand, but it is his first time in 2022. The Next Gen Bumper Save Racer. Nice. These will probably sell pretty quickly. Paul Conrev is a very popular Next Gen. And oh man, you might just want to buy this for the card back itself, because this is juicy stuff right here. We have our first looks at Barry the Pedal, George Newen, and Flipped Over. Wow, that's a triple whammy up there. All of which are now confirmed to be coming in the 2022 mainline. Now, way back in September of 2021, I broke that Flipped Over would be released. And so I'm glad that I have now been exonerated from any criticism and suspicions. And yeah, George Newen we didn't know about. I don't think we knew about Barry either, but no one really cares about Barry. He's been released a lot. George, on the other hand, that's a good one. He was only released in that Walmart 5-pack, and obviously Flipped Over only being released in the Next Gen 4-pack, which was extremely rare. Now, I should have shown Lightning McQueen with Signs card back. I'm sorry, I forgot. Here it is. It's also kind of an interesting one because we see Damage the King here on the back, who's in Case H. Brad Windmiller, Case H as well. Those are new Thailand variants. Also, Yellow Hydraulic Ramone will be coming later. We got Artie in Case F. And as I've said a billion times, this is not Bruce Miller. Like, we're not getting Bruce Miller this year. It is actually supposed to be Winford Bradford Rutherford, who's the Cars 1 RPM racer, and yet they put the Cars 3 RPM racer there on the card back. A lot of people wished it was Bruce Miller, but I'm sorry to break it to you. 'Tis not. So yeah, all the other card backs, I think I showed that one. That one's boring, and then Jonathan's also boring. But yeah, this one is the last thing from boring. This is probably the most exciting thing to come out of Case G, is the fact that we're getting those two, especially. Also, Kabuto hasn't been released yet, so that's another one. And yeah, just gotta make sure they're the same. Alright guys, thank you for watching this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll review this guy from Thailand, maybe down the road, but I don't know, just for laughs and giggles, there they are together. Pretty much the same, just, you know, with the typical Thailand characteristics, the eyeliner, blurrier decals. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite out of this case. It's probably going to be one of these 4 that are technically new to the case. My favorite is the sexy Jonathan Renchworths. I think he looks really good on the card back there, and always, you know, a fan of the Cars 1 nostalgia, but it's nice seeing the Mater with balloon as well. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time for another one. Bye now.